All right, guys, I've had a bunch of guys asking about a set from start to finish. I don't really like doing this because I feel like I rush through it and I may not show you something that you should see, but I'm gonna try to throw a set in here real quick so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is actually the ground's extremely hard still. And this is actually right there is where we caught the black coyote last year. Right below where Leanne's standing, multiple piles of coyote scat. That just sucks. Really hard.
He doesn't use a cookie cutter anymore.
Cookie cutters are good.
I use them.
But it's a little bit easier to dig a tighter trap bed if you don't use one, but if you're not super comfortable with your bedding, they're excellent to get you started in terms of some of you guys in them farmer fields. I'm jealous. Having to chip this stuff out like cement. That. All right, good grief. Out of breath now. Yeah, I take my punch or my driver. Because the ground's so hard. I pre-drew me a hole for my anchor. I'll take a dirt hole punch. If I can drive it here. All right, freeze thaw conditions. Well, I'm in West Virginia, 71 day and 8 the next. Driveway heat, rock salt. Throw it in the bottom of my trap bed. Peat moss, look how, if you put it in your attic, it's dry, dry, dry. That's what you want. I usually go 12 to 14 inches, which is plenty where I'm at. I put that hole in there for water. I like to have a place to, and you don't have to have it, again, it's personal preference, and there's going to be guys that say, well, that's stupid, and it works for me. But it gives me a place to put my excess chain. I like the crunch-proof swivels because they take a beating. And already that trap is pretty solid already. Of course, I want to here it is. Behind the camera, woman.
I didn't put it there.
Regular table salt. Make sure you don't have any, you don't want any rocks over on your levers, your ears. And already that trap is rock solid. There's no way that trap's moving. And that's what you want for you guys getting started. If that trap moves, they're either going to jet or it's going to trigger a digging response. They're going to dig it out of the ground. Then I take my table salt and all them places I pack my jaws, I just salt it real heavy. And then I use what's called a trapper's cap. I got guys asking about pan covers and polyfill and underalls, and I don't use them. This is what I use. It works for me. Some guys are familiar with them, some guys aren't. Again, if you don't prefer them, that's fine. It fits basically right over your pan. I take my peat moss. I fill inside my jaws first. A lot of guys say they sift their moss and all that. I don't. And I know people are going to say, well, it's going to cost you animals because there's clumps of this and sticks, and it hasn't really yet. I guess maybe if it ever does, I'll change, but as of right now, I'm not taking the time to sift my peat moss. Now, this is extremely important with peat moss. You got to pack it really good. Put that trapper's cap in. It keeps anything from sliding under that pan. And I know as long as it's on there, when I'm packing, if this thing fires off, it's going to catch this. It's really not going to hurt me. But I take my knuckles or my palms and really start putting a lot of pressure on that. You want that dog, when he steps over on that, that it not to be so soft that it's going to trigger him want to dig in there and find out why that ground's so soft. So you really need to pack it good. And I hear guys say you can't pack peat moss. That's not true either. I mean, already that's going in there. It's super dry, which is what you want this time of year. Every time I put peat moss in, I put another layer of salt. Grab you some more moss, and I'm trying to hurry. I'm really liberal with the salt. And a lot of people will tell you, and again, coyotes somewhere else may be different than what they are here in West Virginia, but they'll tell you that that salt's going to make them dig. I don't have any problem with that. So, did you see how I'm packing that really good and heavy? It's almost back out level with the ground. A lot of guys leave a depression on these. I'm gonna make a little flat set scent post here. On my flat sets, I like it to look just like the ground around it. And I'm back up to ground level. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's no depression or bowl there. Pack that last layer really good again. Really pack it. Pull that out, and there's my pan. I take one last handful and just drop it. So basically the only soft spot I want is right there where he's gonna step on that pan. I take my loose stuff and I've just barely there's just enough to cover that. All I do. And I'll blend that in a second. That's all there is to it. I know my trap pan's there. This is what I'm using for a scent post. It's a piece of 1/2 inch PVC. I usually leave about 12 inches sticking out of the ground. And I like to use them because that is great eye appeal. An animal walks by here, he's going to want to check it out. And I'm going to tell you, for time's sake, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to bed another trap on this side. I use this as my backing to kind of keep him to want to come on this side to take a leak or whatever it is he's going to do to it. But I'll go over here and bed another trap in case he goes on the other side. I'm not doing that in the video. I'm going to show you how I finish this. Because I know you guys are bored out of your minds already. A lot of guys just use scissors. I got these out of the lawn garden section at Walmart or somewhere. I don't like, a lot of guys just want to throw clumps on it. I don't like to do that because a lot of times you'll catch it in your trap. I like to cut real fine, as fine as I can get it without cutting your fingers off. Then, once I get it kind of on the trap, I don't leave it there. I cut in everywhere else too. On this side. Then I take my broom over here where my pad was. Rough it up a little bit. Here. I really kind of want this whole area to look somewhat similar. And that's all I'll do to it. I'll add another trap on that side. And then on bait and lure, they're mating right now. So I'll use a couple different glands. And there's something else somebody taught me. Down at the bottom of the post, even though it's what would be considered a scent post, I'll add a little bit of food lure just to get his attention if he happens to be hungry. And all you need, guys, that's about it. I mean, you don't need no, a lot of guys think, oh, you gotta have a pile of it. The more you put on there, one of two things is gonna happen. You're gonna spook him because it's too much, it's too hot, or you're gonna cause him to roll. And then what I'll do to finish, and I know I'm trying to hurry because I've taken up a lot of your time, is these coyote turds that we're laying here. Yeah, that one's froze to the ground. I'll just kind of make him think they're part of the deal. I'll take coyote urine, put it on the turds, and put a little on the post. And I like to use two different urines. This is fox urine. I'll put it on there too. And guys, that's a finished set. But one more thing I'll show you. One thing I like to do. I don't like to try to guide a coyote by laying something down. You can. I know my trap's right there. I'll just stick something in there that's natural to him. And if he comes in from the front, if he comes in from the side to take a leak on him, I'm fine. That's it. Finished set. That's how I do it. A lot of guys are gonna say it's wrong. You can do this, you can do that. I catch coyotes and that's how I do it. If you have any questions, again, shoot me a message. I'd love to help you. We'll catch you somewhere else down the line.